Good morning, students. I hope you have understood the lesson that we have done yesterday. Today we will continue with the explanation of the chapter, The Thief's Story. Now, yesterday we have studied or we have read that a thief, that was Hari Singh, met Anil while he was watching a wrestling match. We know that the thief is only 15 years old, but then also he is very experienced and very successful. On the other hand, we have seen that Anil is about 25 years old. He is a tall, thin, lean fellow and he is very easygoing. The thief starts a conversation with Anil and tells Anil that his name is Hari Singh. Though he had lied, he keeps on changing his name every month so that he could get rid of his ex-employers and the police. Now, while watching this match, as we know, the thief have already decided to steal money from Anil. So he asks Anil whether he could work for him. But then Anil replies that he cannot pay him any salary. Okay, so we have read till here yesterday. Now in this, I have told you to just read and find out the answers to the question that are given before this passage. First question was, who does I refer to in this story? So we already know here I refers to the thief or the narrator. Alright, now the second question was, what is he a fairly successful hand at? Okay, he, the thief, he was successful at stealing. Okay, I hope you have got these two questions right. Now the third question is, what does he get from Anil in return for his work? So we have not read the answer to this question till now, so we will continue with this and try to find out the answer to this question. Now let us move on to the second page. I will read here. I thought that over for a minute. What did he think over for a minute? Because in the previous line, I'll just read the last two lines. I gave him my most appealing smile. I want to work for you, I said, but I can't pay you. Okay, the last sentence was when Anil said that I can't pay you. So he was thinking about this. I thought that over for a minute. Perhaps I had misjudged my man. I asked, can you feed me? Can you cook? I can cook. I lied again. If you can cook, then maybe I can feed you. He took me to his room over the Jumna Sweet shop and told me I could sleep on the balcony. But the meal I cooked that night must have been terrible because Anil gave it to a stray dog and told me to be off. But I just hung around, smiling in my most appealing way, and he couldn't help laughing. Later, he patted me on the head and said, never mind, he would teach me to cook. He also taught me to write my name and said he would soon teach me to write whole sentences and to add numbers. I was grateful. I knew that once I could write like an educated man, there would be no limit to what I could achieve. It was quite pleasant working for Anil. I made the tea in the morning and then would take my time buying the day's supplies, usually making a profit of about ₹1 a day. I think he knew I made a little money this way, but he did not seem to mind. Alright, so this second whole page we have read. Now let us just see misjudged. Alright, first line, we have the third last word, misjudged. Misjudged means to form a wrong opinion or to form a wrong conclusion about someone or something. So here the thief was thinking that he has misjudged that he is going to steal money from Anil, because now he came to know that he is not rich, he is a poor man. Okay, and then balcony, I think everybody understands. Patted also. Okay, so rest of it is simple. Now let me explain this passage to you. Now Hari Singh had not expected this reply that Anil could not pay him, and thought to himself that he had misjudged Anil, that he had thought that Anil had a lot of money. The narrator then asked if he could feed him, to which Anil instantly asked if Hari could cook. Hari lied again and said yes. Anil replied that if Hari could cook, then he could feed him. Both of them went to Anil's room, which was above the Jumna sweet shop. Anil also told Hari that he could sleep in the balcony. The narrator said that the meal that he cooked must have been terrible, as Anil had to give it away to a stray dog. Then he told Hari to go and sleep, but Hari decided to stay for a while. Hari's smile was so appealing, so attractive, that Anil could not stop laughing looking at him. Okay, now here again we see that the thief is trying to flatter Anil, so that Anil does not throw him out of the house, because he had already lied that he could cook, and now Anil knew that he could not cook. Alright, after some time Anil patted on Hari's head and told him that he would teach him to cook. He also told him how to he also taught him how to write his name, and he also told Hari that soon he would teach him to write sentences and add numbers. Now Hari was very grateful for what Anil had planned, but he knew that if he knows how to write, then there would be no limits to what he could achieve. Okay, here we have to remember that he is a thief, and he is still thinking about fooling people, even if he gets educated. Till now here, okay, we have to remember this. Hari enjoyed working for Anil. He used to make tea for him in the morning and then used to go out to buy groceries for the day. He would also keep 1 rupee in his pocket every day from the money that Anil used to give him for daily groceries. Anil knew that he took a rupee every day, but he did not mind. He was fine with it. Okay, now I hope you have understood till here. Now let's come to page number 3. Anil made money by fits and starts. He would borrow 1 week, lend the next. Now, what is the meaning of fits and start? Fits and start means when we are not working regularly, or when we are not doing something continuously. Okay, so Anil did not have a regular job like other people. He used to make his money by fits and starts irregularly. He would borrow 1 week, lend the next. He kept worrying about his next check, but as soon as it arrived, he would go out and celebrate. It seems he wrote for magazines, a queer way to make a living. Now here underline queer. Queer means strange. Okay, and in the second line you underline check. Alright, when we go to the bank, okay, we deposit a check. Okay, now this spelling please learn, CHEQUE. Okay, why? Because afterwards you will be confusing it with check, CHECK. So learn the spelling here, check. Okay, let me continue. One evening he came home with a small bundle of notes, saying he had just sold a book to a publisher. At night I saw him tuck the money under the mattress. Alright, so what had happened? Anil, we already know Anil did not have any regular income, as he used to earn money by doing different activities. He did not have any fixed job, we can say that. The narrator, he says that Anil used to be worried about his paychecks all the time, but as soon as he would receive a check, he would go out with friends and celebrate. The narrator thinks that he used to work for magazine. The narrator also thought that it was a strange way of making money. Then suddenly one night Anil came home with some money and told Hari that he had just sold a book to a publisher. Before going to bed, Anil put the money under his mattress and Hari saw him putting the money there. Okay. Now let us come to the third paragraph. I had been working for Anil for almost a month, and apart from cheating on the shopping, had not done anything in my line of work. Now if you underline my line of work, what was his line of work? Cheating people, alright, stealing things from people. I had every opportunity of doing so. The narrator thinks that he had all the opportunities of stealing from Anil. Anil had given me a key to the door, and I could come and go as I pleased. He was the most trusting person I had ever met. Okay, so he believes that Anil was the most trusting person. Anil was the one who had trusted him the most because he had given him the key to the house. And that is why it was so difficult to rob him. Okay, that is why. Why was it difficult to rob Anil? Because he was the most trusting person, because he was the person who had trusted Hari. It's easy to rob a greedy man because he could afford to be robbed, but it is difficult to rob a careless man. Sometimes he doesn't even notice he had been robbed, and that takes all the pleasure out of the work. Well, it's time I did some real work, I told myself. I'm out of practice, and if I don't take the money, he'll only waste it on his friends. After all, he doesn't even pay me. Alright, so here we have seen that Anil had kept the money under the mattress. Okay, so Hari thought that he had been working for Anil for almost a month now, and he had not even cheated him apart from the 1 rupee that he used to take out daily from the groceries, the money that Anil used to give him for groceries. The narrator also thinks that he had every chance to steal, as Anil had given him the key to the room, as well as he could come and go whenever he wanted. Hari had been trusted upon by Anil the most. Hari had not been trusted upon by anyone else in his life. This was the only thing that was stopping Hari from stealing, as Hari thought that it is easy to rob a greedy man because he had the capability, or he had the money to get robbed, as he knows that what he has lost. But for a careless man like Anil, there is no use to steal, as they sometimes don't even come to know that they have been robbed. Also, Hari, he feels that when someone doesn't come to know that he has been robbed, then there is no fun left in robbing him. Then Hari decides that he would start with some work. He had not robbed anyone for a very long time. He also justified his act of stealing Anil's money by telling himself that if he didn't steal it, then Anil would waste it on his friends. He also thought that he had a right over the money, as Anil didn't even pay him for the work he used to do. Okay, so I hope you have understood till here. If we go back to the first page, okay, we were left with the last question. The question is, what does he get from Anil in return for his work? What does the thief Hari Singh, what did he get from Anil in return for his work? Because he did not get the money, but he got food from him and he got a place to live. So boarding and lodging, he got that from Anil. Now coming back to this page, now here also they have given read and find out. First question is, how does the thief think Anil would react to the theft? Second question is, what does he say about the different reactions of people when they are robbed? Then last question is, does Anil realize that he has been robbed? These are the three questions that we will answer in the next pages. Now here I am reading. Anil was asleep. A beam of moonlight stepped over the balcony and fell on the bed. I sat up on the floor, considering the situation. If I took the money, I could catch the 10:30 express to Lucknow. Slipping out of the blanket, I crept up to the bed. Anil was sleeping peacefully. His face was clear and unlined. Even I had more marks on my face, though mine was mostly scars. Alright. Now here we have read here. We are moving to the next paragraph. My hand slid under the mattress, searching for the notes. When I found them, I drew them out without a sound. Anil sighed in his sleep and turned on his side towards me. I was startled and quickly crawled out of the room. Okay, now let me explain these two paragraphs to you. Now Hari, he started his work when Anil was sleeping. Okay, what work? His work of stealing the money. There was a little bit of light that was falling on Anil's bed. Okay, Hari sat on the floor and he planned that if he took the money, he could leave the city by the 10:30 Lucknow express. Okay, the train. He was talking about the train. Hari then crawled towards the bed and slipped his hand slowly inside the bed mattress. He looked at Anil, who was sleeping peacefully without a single line on his face. That means he was not worried at all. And Hari's face had so many scars on it. He realized that although he was much younger than Anil, he had such a bad appearance due to his wrong thinking. Okay, when we are in tension or when we are disturbed, what happens? When the expression on our face, it changes. Alright, and we have all these wrinkles on our face. On the other hand, Anil was carefree and thought good for others, because of which he had such a nice face. Hari then took out the notes without making any sound. Anil took a breath in his sleep and he turned on his side. Okay, he just turned on his side. He was directly facing Hari, which scared him a bit, and Hari quickly left the room. Okay, so this let us read the next paragraph, or the last paragraph on this page. When I was on the road, I began to run. I had the notes at my waist, held there by the string of my pajamas. I slowed down to a walk and counted the notes. 600 rupees in 50s. I could live like an oil-rich Arab for a week or two. Alright. Now, as soon as Hari, he left the room and he was on the road, he started running because he might be running away from Anil. Alright. Now he had tied the money to the string of his pajamas. Then after a while, Hari, he slowed down and he counted the notes. Okay, so there were these 600 rupees in 50s. Alright, 50 rupee note. Alright, 600 of them, the total amount. Then Hari thought that to himself that this much money he could live a very luxurious life like an Arabian sheikh for at least 2 weeks. So he felt very rich getting those 600 rupees. Okay, now here when we are talking about 600 rupees, we don't have to see in point of from our viewpoint. Okay, 600 rupees might not seem very much to you right now, but this book was written, or this story was written way back, so it must be a large amount, and for a thief like thief like Hari Singh, it must be a very big amount. Alright, now I will stop here, and I want you to go through the pages and read the chapter till we have done here. Okay, we will meet tomorrow and finish this chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.